All righty. Well, this is Shepard from WeLoveMetal.com, and we're with Andy Marsh today from Thy Art Is Murder. Rockstar Mayhem Festival coming up soon. That's a heavy lineup, huh?
It's a pretty good lineup, I guess. You know, there's us, Chaps, Whitechapel, Slayer, Hell Yeah, King Diamond. I mean, I'm not really into King Diamond, but it's a pretty sick summer tour. I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, it's a very diverse lineup for sure. I would say, is it fair to say that you guys are the heaviest on the bill? Because I would say that.
We're always the heaviest band on the bill.
There you go. That's an easy one to figure out, isn't it? You guys, when people bring up your names, things I always hear about you guys, I always hear the words real, genuine, authentic, extreme. Why is that so?
With the music or with us as people?
Music. I would say musically.
I think because that's how we are as people, and it comes through. You can tell a lot about, I guess, an artist, not saying we're artists, so just dudes who play around. You can tell a lot about them by the music that they write. And, you know, we're a real band. We're five guys. I manage the band. We do everything together. Everyone that works with us or for us is a friend. You know, we don't do things because we're supposed to. We don't do things because the business or the industry tells us to. We truly love what we do, and it comes through in what we write. You know, I think it's really as simple as that.
New album coming out real soon, Holy War. I know you guys like to really focus on human suffering, serious subject matter. I read, you know, they're not into just let's talk about Satan, let's talk about this, let's get real. What topics lyrically have you guys really addressed with Holy War?
There's definitely a few. You know, I mean, to go over it very broadly and quickly, I mean, people suck, society sucks, religion obviously is a major focus of the band, but not in the way that most people would immaturely kind of try and tackle the subject like, oh, God isn't real or this sucks. It's more about how is that impacting society, what are the socio-economical political motivations of the religious groups. We talk about animal cruelty and animal rights, and the impact that global warming is having on the environments of different species around the world, particularly those that live in the ocean and rely on the temperature of the water. So we wrote songs about that. Wrote some songs about some things that happened in my personal life over the last 18 months. You know, really put it on everything. Holy War is not a translation of the word jihad for our use. It's a war on things that are holy. And that song specifically tackles all religions and whether or not, you know, they're having a positive or negative effect on the world. And it's my view and our band's view that they're having a negative effect. So, a lot of stuff like that.
That's excellent. It's nice to be able to talk to someone that's not afraid to talk about religion and not afraid to talk about the heavy-hitting issues. That's, you know, people skirt around them a lot, but they don't really want to talk about them. It's refreshing that you guys really do. You know, you guys...
It's like a traditional thing, like taboo. You go to a dinner party, you don't talk about sports, money, politics, and religion.
Yeah.
You know, because that might create some kind of conflict, but I openly welcome intellectual debate and discussion on all those matters, and we've opened up our Facebook several times to have kids chat, and it's encouraging, it's enlightening, it's good to have those discussions. We had the other day on our Facebook a Jewish kid, a Muslim kid, an Islamic kid, and a Christian kid openly talking about their faiths, and no one was being immature or prejudicial or hateful towards anyone. And I think that's a healthy line of discussion to open up through our music.
Well, you should be very proud of that. I'm a high school teacher, and that's what we strive to do during, you know, the time that we're with kids, and you guys are doing it in a place where they feel safe to do it, and it needs to be discussed. So I thank you for that personally.
You're very welcome.
You guys have toured, I mean, staggering amount of performances across the globe. What's been the highlights of that grueling schedule that you guys have been, 342 performances, I think is what I read. What's been the highlights?
There was definitely more than that. We did more since on that paid cycle, so I guess technically, I mean, in the next few days, that's the end of that album cycle, but, thankfully, we were given the opportunity to come to America to record, and then thankfully we were given the opportunity to go to Europe and to America to tour. And the band had always had like somewhat of a cult online following since its early days. It was great to finally be able to go to those places and play material for them and play new songs for them as well. You can't be anything but grateful because the music industry is one of those unique industries where it doesn't matter how hard you work, you might not be successful. Whereas in most industries, if you work hard, you'll rise to the top eventually. But some of the highlights, we got to play Download Festival in the UK last year. We got to play some amazing festivals in the UK actually. And in Europe, Graspop and With Full Force, a lot of the big European metal festivals, which is one of the greatest experiences I think you can have as a performer, is to have a large audience and to motivate them and get a reaction from so many people. Soundwave in Australia was fantastic to be able to play with so many people in our home country. But for me, as an American citizen who hasn't resided in the States for a very long time, it's great to come back here and to play in the States, see the country. I mean, some of the highlights for us are the things that happen driving through the shows. We get to see some amazing parts of the world, and I think it's the best side benefit, fringe benefit of this, if you want to call it a job. We get to travel, and we all love it, and we get to have fun with our friends.
That's excellent. Have you guys played in Milwaukee before? Oh, good deal. Because I know that's where I'll get to see you on the tour, is the Rave in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a great metal city. Great city.
We played the Rave a few times. I actually live in Minnesota, which is the Redwood state here.
Yeah, that's excellent. Good. Well, you're familiar with the Rave. You know how it kind of the crowds and how it works. That's awesome. Before you guys get to the Mayhem, the official Rockstar Mayhem Festival kicked off, are you in Whitechapel doing a few dates right now?
They start on this Saturday in Missouri. So today we're gonna try. We've got a whole bunch of music problems with gear and the usual kind of things for tour preparation. So we're probably gonna start rehearsing tonight and tomorrow, and then tomorrow night we start to drive from New Jersey to Missouri. And we're doing, I think, 4 shows with them on the way to Mayhem, and then we start the festival pop-up. We also have a lot of off days with Whitechapel and Devil Wears Prada, and then we have quite a few headlining shows ourselves.
Would you say that you guys are on the short list of the most extreme metal bands on the planet? And if so, who else would be on that list?
Oh, it's definitely not a short list. Obviously some of our big idols are Cannibal Corpse, Behemoth, Decapitated. Early on, we certainly borrowed from that sound a lot. Decapitated always have had that syncopation and the rhythmic aspect of things going on, and that really appealed to us. I think that's one of our unique aspects in this new generation of death metal or deathcore bands, whatever you want to call it, is we introduce a lot more of a rhythmic aspect to the playing, and a lot more odd rhythms, I guess. But no, those are our big 3, but we definitely, there's a long list of bands that we have currently that are incredible, and there's a long list of bands that came before us that are absolute geniuses. To say, I mean, certainly we don't feel that we're one of the best metal bands on the planet, but to even say that we are, or that we're more relevant now, is to say that, they came before us and did it, and that created the demand for what we do, and we get to do it, and it's a lot of it we owe to those bands.
Well, that humility is nice to hear. Not everyone, I think, feels that way, or at least expresses it as well as you do. Can I ask you about a couple specific songs off of Holy War?
Sure.
Everyone's going to have their favorites. That's what we do as fans. What's striking me early is Emptiness and Child of Sorrow. Could you talk about either one or both of those songs, message-wise?
Child of Sorrow was inspired by CJ's partners, or his fiance's name now, Leiden. I think it's pronounced Leiden in Dutch, but it's a city in northwest of the Netherlands. And I believe that the translation is suffering. And there's some story that back in the day the Vikings went through there and they slaughtered all the adults, women and men, and just left the children by themselves. I guess to kind of maybe wipe out their culture, so that the children would grow up not knowing what their inherent culture was. And so the song's called Child of Sorrow. That was the song you asked about, right?
Yeah.
And the other one, Emptiness, is about some personal relationship issues of mine. I only told me about that recently, so I thought it was about something else. But that was the first song that I wrote lyrically for the record. And so far, it's affecting a lot of people that have heard it, which I'm happy about, because that's one of the things that we set out to do, was to write more depressing lyrics, I guess, and more real lyrics that people can relate to, because that's heavier to me than something that's kind of fantasy. Not to say that we hate on fantasy metal or fantasy lyrics, because a lot of the band's previous work has kind of been based on that and abstract kind of extrapolations of reality. But no, Emptiness to me is like probably the most important song on the record. It's about losing a relationship, I guess.
Yeah, those songs like that obviously make personal connections with people, because everyone draws their own life events into it, and then just whatever they take from it, which I think is one of the neatest relationships that a fan can have with a band, even if they never meet them personally. But on that note of meeting you guys personally, how can fans access you face to face, if they even can, on a big tour like the Mayhem tour?
Oh, very easily. At our merchandise table, I think we're going to be doing just free open meet and greets. I think Mayhem, after the Advanced Festival, I think that we're going to do some kind of festival-oriented meet and greets. They get the bands together at a signing table or something. We make ourselves very accessible. We run our own social media. It's pretty unique. We do write every post, right back to every message that comes into our Facebook. Email fans, meet fans, arrange to facilitate, special requests. We always make ourselves available, because if it wasn't for them, then we wouldn't be doing anything. So, it's pretty easy to find us.
That's excellent. I know that I saw you guys respond to certain things, even like, will you have hats at the next show? And you guys are actually the ones getting back, which is, I think, more rare than people know, which is, it's smart business-wise, but it sounds like it's just who you guys want to be, and that's more authentic. So,
what's that, sorry?
I said it seems more authentic, when you, as a fan, to get any type of connection with an artist that you really admire.
Absolutely, I think that's the most important thing. I'd love if I could talk to my favourite bands. Now not so much, but when I was a lot younger, it was like, it's cool to ask him a question and see what he says. And, some of the questions we've had a million times, like, what kind of guitar do you use or whatever, but we always do our best to try and reply to everybody about any question or any reasonable request. So, I think it's an important part of being a socially responsible person that's admired or whatever, or respected by fans. You owe a social responsibility to be a nice guy and to do what you can. They do the world's rough. They buy our music, they buy our t-shirts, they come to our concerts. What's answering a couple of emails or shaking your hand and taking a photo? It's not really that much.
Now, thank you very much for your time. I know you're in demand. I've really enjoyed having an intellectual conversation. It's just been nice to spend a little time with you. You got a new album out, Holy War. We're going to see you guys on tour here soon, all across the country for all our readers. So Thy Art Is Murder is out, and they're going to be brutalizing your neighborhood soon. Thanks for the time so much, and what an incredible album.
Thank you.
You betcha. Have a great day. Thank you.
Yes, you too.
Thanks. Bye now.